SEC softball tournament week down in Gainesville, so the postseason is about to get underway. Alabama back in action on Thursday after winning the series 2-3 over Missouri to wrap up the regular season. Montana Fouts with a complete game. She joins us right now. We'll tell you about Summit Tree Stands, but Montana, as you join us in the Next Round store, we've got a new item right here. It's the camo Next Round hat. And we're here to tell you we're going to be sending you one of these hats.
Wow, what a day for you, Montana.
Yeah, what an award.
I mean, you woke up thinking this was going to be a normal day. But we got news for you.
I'll take it now. I'll take any camo hat.
There we go.
Looks great from here.
One will be on the way. No gold watch, no iPhone, nothing. We'll send you a hat, though. We'll send you a hat. Summit Tree Stand, they bring you our friend Montana Fouts.
They do, and right now with Montana, she's helping you save at Summit Tree Stands. You go to summitstands.com, get 14% off all tree stands using code Montana14. Montana14 is the code you need to use at summitstands.com, a leading manufacturer of premium quality, high performance tree stands, safety harnesses, and tree stand accessories. I think we talked to you like during the bye week about the importance of still having one more series before the postseason. Now that that's behind you, though, do you get like a different feeling knowing that everything is pretty much one and done now?
Yeah, I would say it's just a little bit different. I think that this weekend, honestly, yesterday and yesterday's game, I feel like my mindset was kind of preparing for that, almost kind of training it in that way. And I feel like maybe that's what we had to do the past couple of weeks, and in our practices too, kind of have that mindset because it's different than the rest of the season. So,
hey, after a game, what do you do to decompress?
Well, usually after the games here, I usually have family or people coming in, and we'll just go out to eat. I come home to Dixie, so that's nice. But yeah, just hang out with my people here.
How emotional is the final home game? Because I know. Kaylee is a senior, and she came back another year. I don't know how many other seniors were playing their last home game. As a person who I hope hasn't played her last home game at Alabama, how emotional does that get?
Well, I think yesterday was really emotional just because it was Kaylee's senior day, and we have some managers, Will, Caleb, and Megan, that will be leaving. But hopefully we're playing some more home games for the postseason and regionals and supers. But it was emotional just because it was kind of a day to celebrate them, but hopefully we'll be back for them again.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, she's someone that didn't have to come back, and she made the choice to come back. What a decision like that, with what you guys are trying to finish the deal in Oklahoma City with, how important was that for what is to come now, having her and her leadership come back?
I think that was very much needed just because she's just an awesome leader and she's our team captain. And I think just the way that she goes about things, and she just knows the culture here and what Murph wants. And I think that she's just done an awesome job of just being that role for us and just being the best possible version of herself for us. So she's very selfless. So I'm super glad she came back.
Montana Fouts with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. She's presented by Summit Tree Stands, summitstands.com. Use the code Montana14 to get 14% off all tree stands at summitstands.com, the code Montana14.
14%, that's like her number.
That's right. Montana 14 is an interesting choice there. So after the game Saturday night, you guys all loaded up. You came to Birmingham. Your coach was inducted in the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Pretty cool moment. First of all, it says a lot about Murph that you guys all did that for him, but it had to be a pretty cool moment as a player to see your coach, while he's still coaching, going into a Hall of Fame.
I mean, that was so much fun just because I feel like anybody that's ever met Murph knows that he deserves that and probably everything more, just because obviously he's won a lot of games and some national championships and other championships, but it's more of like the person that he is and just kind of how much he cares about us. I think it's just the least we could have done for him is show up and be there. I mean, he's the greatest guy ever, and we would do anything for him.
What is Murph the recruiter like, going back to your high school days?
He's honestly the exact same. Like, he has done nothing but get better ever since that I've known him. So I remember, I think I was 12 or 13. I remember being on the phone with him, and he was like, I remember that he said, if you come here, something about being a rock star just because everybody loves softball. The state of Alabama loves softball. And just talking about Muldida and the program and all that kind of stuff. And he's the exact same and better. So he's great.
So, I mean, from age 12 or 13, you're being recruited. How locked in were you with Murph in Alabama along your whole high school career? Was that always one of the ones you kept an eye on, never wavered from Alabama?
Right. So honestly, we just decided to come on a visit here, and I remember talking to Murph, and as soon as I came here, my 8th grade year, I knew that this place that I wanted to be in 2 weeks later. I think I called Murph on Halloween and told him that I wanted to come here, and was committed here 4 years, like verbally committed before I signed, and then never once said I want to go anywhere else.
How about that? I mean, 8th grade, you come and you're like, this is where I'm going to spend my college years, and it all paid off. And then you flip around and you find yourself recruiting other women to come play here. What's it like selling the program? Is it a team effort?
Yeah, honestly, it's really easy when people come here just to kind of sell it. All you just got to do is just be honest when they ask you questions. And I feel like this place and people sell themselves, Murph, Steph, Allie, and Ryan, I feel like they're exactly who they come across as whenever you meet them. And the place only gets better the more that you're here.
Montana Fouts on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline, courtesy of Summit Tree Stands. Code Montana14, 14% off all tree stands at SummitStands.com. You used a word a moment ago that I don't anticipate our entire audience knows the meaning of. Muldida, which is a keyword for you guys. Explain to our audience what that means, then I have a follow-up question about it.
Okay, so Muldida is just having vicarious joy in somebody else's success. So I guess a good way to put it is as a pitcher. So not every day is going to be my day, but whenever it's not my day and the other pitcher goes out there and she does really great, if I'm having just as much like happiness in her success or his success, if you're a baseball pitcher, that's Muldida, and like that's what our culture is about, and that's what Murph is about, not just on the softball field, but like life in general. And I think that that's just kind of how our program runs, and I think that's why we all love it here, is because Murph has that.
You answered what was going to be my follow-up question, so I'll give you another one on the fly. I mean, just human nature, Montana. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying human nature. That is uncommon. I mean, that is not the way we're wired to celebrate other success when we're struggling, right?
No, definitely not. I mean, and I feel like one thing that does make it easier here is they realize that, and they're always talking about it's normal to have those feelings, but also at the same time just talking about you realize that you're happier whenever you're happy for somebody else too. And I feel like that's what kind of makes a team, because if you have that secret, not really selfishness, but like you said, like normal, I feel like that's whenever your team kind of sinks just a little bit lower and lower. So I think having that Muldida, like a true, genuine feeling for other people, then I feel like that's when you succeed.
So you brought up Dixie earlier. I get criticized. My dog Ladybird, a Vizsla. I feed her people food all the time.
People food.
I mean, she loves food. I mean, she's food motivated. I'm going to assume Dixie gets people food as well.
Dixie just had a full pancake, so
I love it.
A full pancake.
Yeah, she just ate pancake and had a piece of bacon. So
Wow.
But when I go to LT's house, Ladybird gets the choice of steak before I do. I get last choice. Ladybird's ahead of the pecking order than I am.
I mean, hey, look, I think they need to be fed well.
I agree. I can't have those little puppy dog eyes looking at me while I'm eating this meal, or steak especially. And I know she loves steak, so it's just like I gotta at least give her a few pieces. I would sacrifice a few bites for her, for sure.
Yeah. I'm interested about the SEC tournament coming up. It's in Gainesville. Are you surprised more that you're a 2 seed or that Florida's a 5 seed in this tournament? That just shows you the power of the SEC, that Arkansas is your regular season champs. Are you more surprised you're a 2 or that Florida's a 5?
Honestly, I feel like just our team's mindset going into it, I like Murph says, it doesn't really matter just because you got to play the best anyway. And you always got to play. I really had no idea that they were the 5 seed. And I heard that we were 2 seed yesterday. And I know we play the winner of Missouri and Auburn. And after that, I'm not really for sure. So just taking it one game at a time, because, anybody can beat anybody. So I don't want to look too far ahead or anything like that.
Bart in the chat room says Montana had a full ride in the 8th grade. I was trying to find my locker. I mean, it is a different world, Montana. I mean, that is pretty crazy to know that in the 8th grade already.
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time, but I got really lucky because I think they changed the rule to where you had to be a junior now. But I got pretty lucky choosing this place and this place choosing me. So.
Okay, so you knew in 8th grade, and obviously softball is a full-time job for you. But did you have jobs in high school? And if so, what was your first job ever?
I played high school softball, and then I was always traveling like visits and stuff, but also travel softball. So I would say I gave camps in high school and lessons whenever I had time. But really my days looked like high school practice 4 to 6, pitch 6 to 7:30, hit 7:30 to 9, and if I had time for defense 9 to 10. So I would say the days were full of softball, and other than that, lessons.
So you never worked at Dairy Queen or anything like that?
No, I didn't. Nope, just lessons and camps.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, be prepared next week to tell us about camps that you may already be planning for the upcoming area. We'd love to promote that for you. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I love doing camps, so I'm excited.
All right. All right, we're sending you a camo hat. Can you make us this promise? You'll wear it in a Summit tree stand.
Promise.
Okay.
Promise.
All right. We got that. We got that on record. Summit is a leading manufacturer of premium quality.
I was going to shoot higher. I was going to shoot higher.
What do you want?
Would you wear it in a Holly Rowe interview in Oklahoma City? I wanted a little bit more,
yes.
but that's fine.
She said yes.
No, I'll do that. Listen, now after we win, somebody just toss me the hat and I'll throw it on. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right, Jim. All right, you're the big softball guy,
so I'm going to Oklahoma City.
Well, you don't have to go to Oklahoma City. We could ship it to the assistant.
I got to practice the throw.
Here you go, Montana.
Hit the lights. I'll have to throw lower.
All right.
She didn't like your form.
Well, I was throwing around a microphone.
Summit Tree Stands, leading manufacturer of premium, high-quality, high-performance tree stands, safety harnesses, and tree stand accessories. Summit Tree Stands, carefully engineered to be the most silent, secure, comfortable, and safest tree stands available. Montana's helping you save. Code Montana14. Montana14 is that code. 14% off all tree stands at summitstands.com. Thank you, Montana. Look forward to talking to you about the SEC tournament next week.
Yes, thank you all. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Take care. Montana Fouts with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.